Hey fam, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be an all signs tarot reading. That means a community read. So if it's not resonating, you know the drill. Either way, I have a feeling that if you were drawn to this video, if it intrigued you in any way, that's probably for a reason. So hey, welcome. All right, I've already pre-shuffled, so let's go ahead and cut the decks together, beginning with the archetypes. The prayer. Oh, was that a kitty sneeze way over on the other side of the room? Silly kitties. The worship, the reverence, the homage. What is prayer? When are we in a state of prayer, and when are we not? To whom or what do we pray? Archetypally, the practice of prayer has been with us since the dawn of time as a remedy for the omnipresent self-centered thinking that spins us toward illusion. Prayer leads us beyond our ego as we move from our little story to the big one. Some say we're in a state of prayer anytime we are not the center of our own thoughts. Others say prayer is a natural result of gratitude. Perhaps it is simply surrender or service. Whatever prayer is for you, this card reminds us of its importance. Get quiet, low, humble, and soft. Bow and touch the ground as your heart lifts to the sky. Though it may be uncomfortable, it is time. Nothing else will do. I mean, that seems like a natural progression for the story that's been going on recently, right? All of this growth, learning about the different layers of the box, right? Leaving the village, getting lost in the woods. When we're trying to manifest, when we're using affirmations, when we're meditating, is when we should be most cognizant of our words, right? Except that we should probably be cognizant of our words and our intentions always, right? That's not to say that we're not human and we're not gonna, do whatever at times. But, right? Maybe that's something we've been learning at this point in the journey is this is constant. This is ongoing. And we're really starting to feel the magnitude of that. We're starting to see the change enough that we are no longer confused about what we're honoring, right? We all got to figure that out for ourselves. Most of the time, it ends up being all one and the same, right? So what's really the harm? What are we really arguing about with others? Thank goodness it's time to stop arguing, right? The Oracle says gold. The alchemy card. One of the many, right? You don't need someone else to fix you. So anytime that somebody else is like, hey, you know what you need to do? Tell them no thank you. I know exactly what I'm doing. Because you do. You've been through a lot and you've been healing. Maybe someone doesn't feel, as in one of us in this community, at least one of us, doesn't feel as reactive as we once were. Maybe we're starting to, loud card, maybe we're starting to see things like that and understand that it's all a part of it, right? Because that's what we've been talking about. Who are you battling? Who were you fighting at this point in your life? The mirror? Why? But why? You know what you need. You know what makes your soul purr. And away we go. Fam, it's clarification time. Like, the fact that prayer and gold came out together is pretty spiffy, if you ask me. With your words, you speak power. You breathe power. With your actual intention, your behaviors, the way you treat others as well as care for yourself is power. Everything about you and the things that you do, how you choose to use your energy is power. What's chapter 1 with the tarot? Did I even sing the song? Shit. The things that provided the cracks that we're filling with gold, right? Were very deep wounds. You know, this is the kind of stuff that some people decide, okay, well, we're not going to bother with love again. This heart, let's just lock that thing away because it's just, it beats and that means we're alive, right? That's all that it is. A very important organ that keeps us alive. But we've been learning that being alive doesn't equate living. It's not synonymous, right? Just going through the motions. And so one by one, these swords have been being removed. It's deep enough and old enough that, another loud vehicle, that it's Saturday night at the time of filming this. So it's like once upon a time there were these loops that we kept getting caught in our own ways, right? And one by one, we're getting to the root core issues and healing those. And now we've by now reached the nitty-gritty. The stuff that was deep enough and important enough and effective enough that it's really all that we're still healing at this point, right? Everything else has come and gone on this journey. It's been released, worked through. But these deep core wounds, the root of it all, the pain, the lessons. What's chapter 2? And then there's receiving your hopes and dreams, feeling fulfilled, and possibly like the cat that ate the canary, pardon my phrasing. This is someone who isn't worried anymore. They're comfy. They have everything that they wanted. Boom, palm of their hand. It's almost as if this were a 2-card reading, or 4, huh? Well, once you let go of that, boosh. But what's chapter 3? My goodness. So this card comes up after dark nights of the soul, after a time of darkness and pain and depression and adversary, right? Adversaries. To represent a new beginning. My favorite thing, though, is how it's like the sun, period. Because we didn't get it with all the imagery. And the white horse, for crying out loud. The heart itself has been healing. And things have been lightening up. And some may find themselves like, I mean, what are we still affirming, right? Those big things like, I am aligned with the divine universe. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. Because what else is there? After your bills are paid, after, you have a car you don't have to worry about, insured, all that good. Then what? Right? The unimaginable for so many. Well, what's chapter 4? We're beginning to imagine. Now that we've figured out what needed healing, that core root to the symptoms we've been dealing with and working through, taking the time and energy to nurture and heal, let go, accept, truly accept that which you want. Where to? With this new beginning, with our hopes and dreams? Where to? Literally have the world in the palm of your hand. And I like, that these two are coming together because this is like a figurative, like, we're the cup, right? With the gold in the cracks. But fam, we're also the world. Every single one of us, right? You're the god of your own life, of your own reality. You and your mind and your soul and all that good. Just like me and mine. Where to next, fam? What's going to come up underneath the 3 of Swords? Damn right. The 10 of Pentacles. Because if we've let go, and not only let go of the past pain and healed, been working on it, still working on it, never given up ever again, if ever. And it just is going to keep getting better and better and better. 9 and 10 is 19. Is that a 65 alongside that 36? Cute. What's going to come up underneath the 9 of Cups? Wow. Fam, do you think a point is being made? That once you figure it out, your connection to it all, and how important every single one of us is, right? This is woo-woo up the wazoo, fam. Once you allow that to heal, or begin to anyway, well then, that's all that was in your way at this point. That was it. That was it. And now, not only are we getting these 2 cards in the same reading, but it was boom, boom, one after the other, not kitty corner, not adjacent, right? Anymore. Side by side. The end of one cycle, the beginning of another. But then we also have the 9 up here, in case you didn't quite understand. And 19. Goodness gracious, fam. The odds are ever in your favor. It really is that simple. We work through all of this torment for so many people, right? Only to reclaim ourselves and realize, well, this is my life. And I don't want to think like that anymore. I don't want to be depressed anymore. I wish that just that alone is all that you need. But it is more than that, because like I was saying in the beginning, it takes time. It takes work. It is every day. These are your thoughts. This is your subconscious. And we've been doing a lot of work to retrain our subconscious. Whatever it's been for you, meditation, affirmations, all these good goods. Just reminding yourself of how you want your subconscious to talk to you. Learning how to love yourself unconditionally. Because love, real love, is unconditional. So whether it's directed at anyone else or yourself, real love is unconditional. Period. Period. What's coming up underneath the sun, Bam? Oh, Bam. Oh. 2, 3, 4. Laying up the swords. Removed them. Removed them. They didn't belong in your flesh, fam. They didn't belong in your heart. They don't belong there. I mean, unless, you just, I have piercings. I'm not here to judge or dictate. Right? But when it comes to the crap that you've had to take in, that you have taken in from others throughout your life, it's nice to get that crap out of the way. To remember how your heart beats and functions when it doesn't have the swords inside of it anymore. When they can be of the mind and wisdom gained, clarity gained through experience. That perspective thing again. I've used words like torment. But when you're looking in hindsight, it's just not the same, right? It's not as if, who wants to go back? Fucking not me, all right? I'm not saying, I don't mean to be like, oh, it was nothing now, because it was a lot. That's a lot to honor. That's a lot to process. That's a lot to work through for anyone. We don't need to compare. There are no comparisons. Only inspirations. There's no more looking to the external, but understanding that the light is within you. And it's always been within you. Life, #life, just tends to pile on and get in the way. And life's always gonna life, but it's different now. It affects differently. You've been there, you've done that, and you know how to handle it. And now it's on to bigger and better. Now it's time to chart the unknown. What's going to come up underneath the 2 of Wands? The King of Cups. Wow. You can flow through your emotions now, rather than them being like this tidal wave that you've just been trying to calm. You can feel emotions or observe them. The kings may not be quite as nurturing as the queens, that masculine and feminine energy that are supposed to work in concert together to enable the balance, right? But this is the King of Cups. You feel, masculine, feminine, whichever, you feel very deeply. And there is no shame in that. Things are meant to be felt. That's part of the human existence, to feel these things and still live. So vital, so visceral, so difficult, so incredible, cataclysmic, breathtaking, awe-inspiring. Not all emotions are bad. Not all emotions are meant to be bad. And no one gets to tell you what love is supposed to be like anymore. What desire, wants, needs. It's all different now. What's going to be the epilogue now? The doggies are barking. There we go. The Eight of Pentacles. There's that earth. That good, solid earth that's been balancing things this whole time. All of the suits are covered. And we have some incredible major arcana. Our minds, our passions, our creativities, our dedication. No more distractions unless they're chosen. Like, okay, I need to shut off my brain for a bit and just relax and enjoy. But even then, we're still thinking there's a thirst. There's an awe in life reclaimed. This hasn't been just a taste. We're beyond the taste and the glimpses now. And it's incredible. This is about learning just how much all of it has led to this moment. What moment? Any of them. Pick one. All of them. All of them. And you've got this. Cycle complete. Boosh. Moving on. You are focused and driven. Whether it's school, whether it's new business, whatever the heck, you know exactly what you're doing. Whatever it looks like for you. I can't tell you those details. You tell me. I encourage the shit out of you, right? What's on the bottom of the tarot? Ooh, it's the Two of Pentacles. That balance. One thing that I like about... with the Two of Swords behind. Yep, finally made that choice. Thank goodness. 2, 3, 4. Boosh. But they have these ships in the background of the Two of Pentacles, right? A big and a small ship. Handling those waves. Both of them. Handling those waves. Life is always gonna life, but now you can handle the waves. Whether it's a flood of emotions, whether you've been triggered, you have your healthier coping mechanisms intact and you've already been utilizing them, whether you realize it or not. You've been doing the thing at this point. You're already doing it. So don't blink and miss how far you've come. Okay? What are the extra notes? This one was like hanging. So you treat yourself. and co-creating with the divine. What I say, you've got this. You're not just, like, I don't want to disrespect anyone's convictions, you know what I mean? Anyone's idea of the divine universe. But a part of this big point is you've figured out what that means for you. Whatever that means for you. I don't think you can have science without the divine universe. I hate math. I mean, I don't know if hate is quite the right word for it anymore. My brain sees numbers and it drops out of my butt. Okay, so, and I, through not singularities, but synchronicities and stuff, it's kind of difficult to dislike numbers as much as I have throughout life when I'm seeing them as the thumbs up all the time. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you got it. You're doing it. Fuck yeah. It's kind of positive vibes. Like, I'm not even mad, you know? And I think you understand what I'm saying. You figured out what that means for you. Not somebody else, not me, but for you. And everything is working out. The planets are planeting. We just had 12-12. All kinds of stuff. So you're doing the thing. You are doing the thing. What's on the bottom of this one? Suffering the consequences of others. Now, why would you go and do that? Shall we just cart that off like we did the Two of Swords? Even the Two of Swords is a new beginning, whether you're choosing it or not. I think you chose. I think you figured out the nitty-gritty and what you needed to begin really working on in order to enable this. And I think you've got it. You've done it. Yeah? Hey, thank you so much for joining me in this such a beautiful reading. Now what am I going to call this one? Oh my goodness. Thank you for hanging out the whole time. I really appreciate the company. And always and forever, remember that I love you.